Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must-read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.
Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. I mean, so it's like, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. I mean, it takes too much energy. You always gotta stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. Right. But trust them to be them.
Right. To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Right. Trust the lion to laugh. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. Too. But know them when you see them.
Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, there's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is the canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.
Peace. This is the enemy's public. I am Bro.Nasir. You're also rocking with Talk Your Talk Media, Greedy Vegan. Peace to the good brother. Salutations to you.
Peace and salute, my good brother and elder, the enemy's public, Bro.Nasir. Glad to be here for another one, man. Glad to be here.
And I'm glad to be with you also, brother. We're going to do what we do, brother. We're going to chop it up, deal with this subject matter. What's the difference between useful and unuseful information? It's something that we must talk about, as per our conversations when we talk to each other on the phone. We share the same sentiment when it comes to this subject matter.
Right.
Where we're going at with this, I don't know if you share the same sentiment, is if we can't use the information to change our dynamic, our conscious level, and change the condition of our people, I think the information is useless.
I would have to agree to that, brother. It's kind of like the same thing with, like, what you hear most people complain about or talk about the public school system.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of like that same sentiment, in notion, you know what I'm saying? Like going to school to learn what? How are you going to apply this, and how is this going to make you a better individual?
Exactly. And overall, what is it going to do to change the dynamic in our people's lives? And what is it going to do to better our people's lives? My sentiment is if it's not going to do that, we don't need to have a conversation, and we don't need to learn certain things. If it's information that we can use, then I say let's learn it. But it's a lot of information that I hear on platforms, and I'm shaking my head like, is that going to change our condition? I'm like, why are they spending so much time talking about that? And it's not going to change our condition. That's basically my sentiment when it comes to that, because, you know, arguing about religion, arguing about the shape of the earth, arguing about, you know, the out of Africa and all the other foolishness, to me, it don't mean nothing to me. I tell people all the time, I don't care. If we owned some of this earth, we can shape it the way we want it to shape. But we're arguing about, I mean, I can understand having a conversation 1 or 2 times, but spending that much time on that is senseless to me. Meanwhile, you hear about this happening to us and that happening to us. We're in the same condition. Or it's another argument that we have, who we are. We have that conversation far too often, because that should be established by now of who we are.
You're going in, bro. You going in right now. You know, I was getting ready to ask you, you know, just from an elder perspective, do you think that it is important for us to have an identity?
Very important. Very important that we have an identity, our own identity. Anything somebody else have ever called us, we should not call ourselves that. We should determine what we're going to call ourselves and let that be it. But for us to constantly argue and go back and forth with each other about who we are, or to try to tell another man and woman who they are, it's senseless, because to me, the best title that I can refer to you as, and you can refer to me as, is brother. That's the best title. Because that's a term of endearment and it makes us family. So when we start talking about I'm this and that, like I said, I can understand a few times, but to constantly have that argument, and we get really disrespectful with each other when we're having that argument. We're not even past, you know, the disrespect. We don't even respect each other. And what's crazy about that, we make a mockery of these terms of endearment. We'll call each other brother. And then right after that, like I always say, when somebody say with all due respect, they're about to disrespect you. Most of the time, when somebody say with all due respect, they're about to disrespect you. So we have to get past that. When I go to platforms and I listen to brothers, it's a lot of brilliant brothers and sisters on these platforms. Brilliant. And some of us just want to be heard. We went from the sparring to the intellectual sparring to intellectual masturbation. We went from one to the other because some of us get off by undermining each other. That's what makes some of our day. We come and we undermine each other.
And Brother Nasir, before you move any forward, what do you think about that? Like, I want to say this. I want to pose this question the right way, because I realize and I recognize what you're talking about. You know, when people get on a platform and, you know, somehow the information becomes personal to where, you know, if someone disagrees or someone seems to not be getting it how the person is conveying it, or they will want them to receive it or get it, it gets personal. You see what I'm saying? Like to where they almost getting angry, and they look at people or the opposing party as if like you're a part of the problem that we're in now because of niggas like you, or because of brothers like you, or because of people like you, is because of, you know, is the reason why we're in the shit we're in today. Like to me, that it all comes down to like what you're speaking on, which I think is just like this is a great ass fucking topic. Useful in, you know, like is going, you know, trying to correct someone or correct, you know, give a teaching on what you think is right on history. You know, because when it comes to history, if in my opinion, if you're not, you know, how I want to say it, doing the field work, like traveling, going to different places, and, you know, taking surveys or whatever the case may be, studying, whatever it is you're into, if you're not really like in it like that, then you're not necessarily, you're far away from what you would call the teacher of something. You know, you should be in the realm of inquiring like everybody else. You see what I'm saying? So
I do.
If you're not on that level, but every time we get into this conversation, or you find yourself in a conversation with people, you know, talking about history or talking about religion, or, you know, whatever field of topic it is, you know, we should all be inquiring and wanting to, you know what I'm saying, bring all what we got to the table and see if we can kind of put pieces to the puzzle, you know, that kind of notion with it, if you ask me. But it seemed like everyone wants to be the teacher and say that someone's wrong and stuff like that, you know, and even if they is wrong, it's just like the way that they go about it.
Yes.
It seems like it makes it, you know, to me, in my mind, it seems like the information becomes a problem. And what you're speaking on now, it's almost like, is that information even, you know, should it even be discussed that deeply to where it's causing static amongst the brothers? So
Exactly. See, it's all about discretion, and it's strange how much you have to know to realize what you don't know. And a man who knows something realizes that he knows nothing. It's a process, and if someone that you find in error, it might be an error, or they might be completely wrong. It's ways of, you know, going and giving the truth without calling someone a liar and without undermining them in a condescending way. See, I always say, when it comes to speaking the truth, that's just speak what you know to be the truth without talking about what the next man said, because if what you're saying going to be the truth, is going to stand strong. It's going to stand. If it's a lie, people are not going to gravitate towards it or accept it if they deem it a lie. I always said, when it comes to being out here, it's all about presentation. I always say, take a clean glass and set it next to a dirty glass. Let the people decide which glass they'll drink out of. That's it. Only a nasty person would drink out of dirty glass. The clean glass next to the dirty glass. Let the people choose which glass they'll drink out of. All I say is be the clean glass. That's it. Strive to do that. Strive to do that. We need to stop the argumentative. I don't know who raised some of these brothers, it's more like the brothers. I'm gonna deal with the brothers because I always say that a woman is not a bitch because she behaves like a woman.
Mm.
A man is a bitch if he behaves like one. That's my saying. If there's no bitch in you, no bitch gonna come out you. Just like if there's no truth in you, no truth is gonna come out you.
Mm.
Same scenario. Gotta be in you to come out you. So when we're out here in the wilderness of North America or in the wilderness of YouTube, me, again, the best title is brother. And you should behave brotherly and not be so emotional with your brother and disrespectful because you disagree with him. We shouldn't do that. We should just respectfully disagree without being argumentative. I'll always say I will leave before I do that. Why? Because that's not the way I am, to go back and forth, arguing back and forth, and not over trying to convince somebody to believe what I'm saying.
Right.
So you can take it or leave it alone. Always say if what I'm, you know what, if what I'm, you know, I got a saying. If you can't pick up what I'm putting down, must be too heavy for you. Period.
Mm. I got another question for you, Brother Nasir. Do you think that is there any clarity in your mind? Clarity in history?
Let me tell you, most of us can't determine who our foreparents are 3 generations ago. So there's no assurity unless you can actually trace back from family members of who your family is and who you are, who your family told you who you are. There's no assurity. And I would tell you, definitely, we shouldn't be turning to others to make that determination. Peace to Indigenous 50 and Ace, peace to Dominique, and peace to the brother the realist McCoy. Thanks for coming through.
Salutes, peace to the good people.
Now, we should turn to our family. That's who you are, because that's who you came from. And if a brother or a sister say they from somewhere, we have no choice but to take that. But that brother or sister should be coming telling you who you are. Shouldn't be doing that.
Mm.
You determine who you are. Me, I'm about race. I'm not going to diminish myself to a landmass and call myself that.
Mm.
I can't, because for one, to be an original man, my sentiment is no matter where you go on earth, our people are there and were there.
Mm.
Okay? Are there or were there. So therefore, I deal with race, because for one, everybody else deal with race. Do you think the Irish man and the man from Irish man and the man from wherever other white nation come from, you don't think they give each other the nod? They may have a nationality. They have that because they're from Ireland. But a man from New Zealand gonna look at the Irish man and see that Irish man as his brother. That's race. That is race. See, the only people on earth who don't close ranks is us. We don't close ranks. When it comes to them maintaining who they are, white supremacy, they will close ranks. We don't close ranks to save ourselves, brother. We won't close ranks to save our very fucking life, man. And that's problematic to me. Everybody else closed ranks besides us. And we wonder why we are maintaining the bottom rail. That's what we're doing. With all the success we have in everything we do, we maintain the bottom rail. And a lot of us think that's where we're supposed to be at. Not my sentiment. We got to come up out of it. And the only way we're going to come up out of it is close ranks. It's like the last conversation we had, I talked about the vegan coward, the halal punk, and the brave hog eater. Who do you think I'm gonna fight with? Mr. Hogmaw, if he can throw his hands and feet, he gonna get back to back with me and fight this enemy off. We can talk about his diet later. We got an open, common, and consistent enemy. And if he's willing to get back to back with me and fight off this enemy, that's brother. Because for one, the only person he doing harm is to himself by the way he eat or the way she eat. Only doing harm to themselves. We turn each other away for the dumbest things by what we deal with on our personal level, like our faith. That's personal. That's personal. If a man put down a prayer rug and pray, if that make him get up and go out and fight and stand on behalf of his people, you gonna turn him away or her away? That's stupidity. I don't care what faith he's in or she's in. If she's out there standing and acting on our behalf and fighting our enemy, that's brother, that's sister. Especially for those who got all the knowledge in the world, but that's all they got. Not doing a damn thing with it.
Damn, you speaking heavy right now, like, the reason, damn. You damn. The history, I'm not ashamed to say it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't said it before and I'll say it again. It seems to me that the history, I like to call it his story. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it his story because, in most cases, from what I see, what I observe, when the history is brung out, it's always accredited or wrote by someone who is, not of our stock. You see what I'm saying? So
that's why we should shun it.
I be all of the so-called I don't want to call them so-called, they're brothers, man, and sisters, you know what I'm saying? But the teachers of the history, you know what I'm saying, that, and I give them their respect, you know what I'm saying? I take my hat off to them for having the patience and having the will, the strength to even want to try to peel through all the layers of that shit and put it all together, because we have so many people that bring it out in so many different ways, and they got, like you said, some of them have their personal faith attached to, because your faith, or your, what you believe in, or your school of thought that you're under, that umbrella of knowledge that you're under, kind of it jump starts. It gives you like a head start, or it paints that direction for you in which way you're going to go down, in history's lane. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, because you have we have like world history timelines. You have religious timelines. You have scientific timelines. It's so many different historic timelines, and with so many different stories and events and stuff attached to these different timelines, and they all attached to those different umbrellas of knowledge, those different schools of thought. You see what I'm saying? Like, they have different timelines and different events and different stories of people, different, a lot of them call it plagiarisms of the same shit and all that. It's just so much to it, that when you hear people, you try to listen to an intelligent brother or sister talk and bring it out, or break down or decipher the history and what they have researched or what they learned up on, you know what I'm saying? And then you will hear somebody else bring the same information, but bring it in a total different way. Got a total different breakdown to it. Or what the religion will call it, a different interpretation of it. You see what I'm saying? So to me, it seems like, who are you, and how can one identify which version of it is the real one? You see what I'm saying? So
yes.
That leaves people, in my mind, it leaves people in a carousel of confusion and shit. You can go from here, a few years in your life, and then you might discover some, or someone might put you on to this because they see it this way, and you might make sense of that, and then next thing you know, you done shifted down this paradigm of a perception and stuff. It's like, do we look at that as growth on each individual's journey, or is it really all confusion and all useless information?
Some of it is useful. Some of it is, is useless. And sometimes perception is deception. Because people want, a lot of times when people go, they would outright lie, and they'll outright say things that are put them in a positive light when it's an outright lie. Look, the truth will stand. It will stand if it's the truth. If you worry about somebody believing the truth, something's wrong with you. Just tell the truth. They say it'll make you free. It will make you free. Your mind. Because you can go and move on with contention because you told the truth. You didn't lie to the people, so you can just move on. Because that truth, I gave the story before. Okay, it's a parable with truth and falsehood. Walking down by the river. Truth decides to take a swim. While truth is taking a swim, falsehood put on his clothes and paraded around as the truth. And two, everybody believed that falsehood until what? The naked truth caught up to him. Once the naked truth kept up to you, a well-dressed lie will not stand. You know what I'm saying? The well-dressed lie is, you know, the truth, the naked truth called to the well-dressed lie.
Man. Yeah, bro. God damn. It's a lie is temporary. The truth is longevity.
It's final.
Right.
The truth is final. You don't have to worry no more. You don't have to, you know, cover that. You don't got to cover the truth up with more truth. You got to cover a lie up with more lies. You ever heard somebody, only reason why people try to cover, reason you can cover up, you can hide the truth is with the lie. But once that naked truth catch up with that to their well-dressed lie, that's it. The well-dressed lie been exposed.
Hey. That's it. It's sometimes I be at a loss for words at trying to describe or convey what the hell I'm thinking. Shit, because like I said, it's man, the people, like I said, I think it's all under, what umbrella of information one is under. You see what I'm saying? Because I remember when I was an Israelite, I thought that what I was into was the truth, and everybody else had it wrong. You see what I'm saying? I know that everybody else who was on the opposite end of me felt the same way. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's like, how I'm trying to say this, like when it comes to the information and people trying to decipher if it's truth or not, that may be in itself useless. It's what I'm trying to say and shit. Like, I think in my mind, like, I know that we descend from great ancestors. I know that, but in my mind, I don't think that we are supposed to try to be them. I think that we are supposed to be ourselves in our own way and rise to the occasion and free ourselves or fight the problems that we have in our reality right now. I think that we are supposed to be more hard pressed on the issues that we are faced with every day in our lives right now than to keep putting information of the past, even though it's of our ancestors. And the reason I say this is because I don't want to discredit our ancestors. I don't want to discredit any information on our ancestors. The reason why I'm saying this is because of who wrote the information, for one, and it's just not all there. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so many loopholes and gray areas and stuff like that, large areas of just like forever wonderness and shit where you just gotta assume some shit and place it there where it's just never the clear, like we can't just rewind history like the shit has been recorded on a motherfucking DVD or something. Shit and just and watch everything and shit and know every goddamn detail of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Brother, I strongly agree with you. I'm gonna deal with this situation really quick.
Go ahead, brother.
I'll ask you a question first. When you deem something the truth, what is it based on?
Me, myself?
Yeah.
What I can verify.
Okay. What you can verify also is it will be, once you verify it, understand that That's the perfect answer. But it's a second part to the answer. In order for you to deem something the truth, you have to believe it as the truth, right? You have to believe it to be the truth. Because if you don't believe it, how could it be truth to you?
Unless you know it's the truth.
Exactly. Unless you know it's the truth. Unless you know and understand it as the truth. So therefore, people say, because people don't believe this because they believe that. You may not believe this thing, but you believe this thing to be the truth.
That's like the globe and the flat earth. People don't believe in the globe because they believe in the flat earth, or they feel the earth is flat, and vice versa. People don't think the earth is flat because they believe in the globe.
Exactly. Yet, when you tell somebody to get away from a belief when you have one, that makes sense to me. Everybody believes something. You may not believe this because you believe that, but you still believe something. And if you act on what you believe on a daily basis, you have a belief system. That's your system. You don't have to be religion. You don't have to be something, or education or any of that stuff. Something that you do systematic is a system. We are not careful with what we say because we're passionate, because a lot of us love our people so much. We want to see our people do better. And some of us have a one-track mind. I know I did at one time. When I was in 1986, 87, I was a young, newly minted FOI. If Farrakhan wasn't saying it, I didn't want to hear that shit. I'm telling you. When I was in my 20s, if he wasn't saying it, I didn't want to hear that shit. But my mind grew and grew and grew and grew. And I'm where I'm at today because I understand there's several schools of thoughts, and knowledge is infinite. No one has everything that you need to know. You can learn from this brother, you can learn from that brother, and you just combine it, like I said, strange how much you have to know to realize you don't know nothing. And I realized I didn't know a damn thing once I started learning. Once I started learning, I was like, damn, I don't know shit.
And you once thought you knew it all.
How many of us thought we knew it all, brother? Without love.
I definitely thought I knew it all as an Israelite and shit. You could tell me shit with that fucking Bible. At one point in time, I thought I had the whole motherfucking beginning of the world, the middle of the timeline of the world, and the ending of the world and all that shit. I thought I knew it all. Shit, at one point in time, bro.
And you both, brother, thought I knew it all.
Find out that I was a fool.
Respect to the goddess of love, Warfare K, Beast Mode, and Woke is a New Sleep. Thanks for coming through, family. Appreciate that.
Salute to the kindred.
Yeah, we have to get out of talking about things that if it's not going to benefit our people and change our condition, we don't need to have conversations like that because it's crunch time. Let's have conversations. The only thing I know to talk about is what's going to be beneficial to our people, changing our condition. If it's not going to change our condition, it's like talking about the damn weather. I can look outside and see what that's going to be. I don't need nobody else to tell me that. I don't need useless information. If we can't use it, let's not even discuss it.
Damn, this is deep, bro.
We have to, everything we bring, we have to be able to use. Everything. If we're talking about, you know, just for instance, you and I said, brother, have you eaten today? He said, yeah, brother, I had a Caesar salad. Somebody come in and start talking about grease. Nah, we're talking about this. Don't start talking about that when we're talking about this. You know, building is adding on. That's what building is, adding on. I'm from that you know, time when they say let's build, you have to add on to what was already said, sticking to the subject and the topic, not coming with something different. That's not adding on.
Even if you disagree.
Even if you disagree. I'm saying this because it's built and destroyed. Just imagine, bro. We're building a brick building. Okay? And then somebody come with some gravel. Fucking up coming with gravel when building a brick building. You know what I'm saying? So a brick building we're building. Somebody coming with some gravel or some cinder blocks. No, we're building a brick building.
Damn. This is logical as it can be there.
Bring the necessary equipment and tools to continue building what we're building. Stick to the subject.
That's another thing too. It's at the enemy's public, bro.
You're destroying. You're not building, you're destroying.
It's very hard and difficult and shit, man, for our people to remain on topic and stick to a subject because of where their perception is on life. You know, you like you were just saying this shit. It could be something as simple. Somebody asking a simple question on something, you know, and right away, their mind starts to take them down their memory lane on how the world is, or you know, or their perception of it, and it'll generate their answer, and it wouldn't even be on subject. It'll be on subject to them because that's their perception, but it wouldn't be on subject to everyone else and shit who don't see it like that, and that shit becomes a problem too. That's why I say, you know, when I look at it all, you know, I mean, I be interested in it and shit. I be wanting to, you know, I do and shit. I do always give the benefit of the doubt and shit that, you know, maybe this time and shit, I'm gonna get some clarity about some shit, you know. But when I listen in, I really see that it's really clarity to the one who's delivering the information. It don't mean it's gonna be clarity to everybody that's listening.
You know, some people get frustrated because someone don't see it. You know, always do this. Somebody was patient with me, so I have to be patient with others because somebody was patient with me. So when I'm trying to give somebody information, they just don't get it. That means I have to learn how to break it down. I have to learn how to do that if I'm going to give this information. Because for one, even if you're telling the truth, if somebody don't understand it, even if you don't understand it, you could be telling the truth. If you don't understand the truth that you're telling and somebody else don't understand, how are you going to give them that understanding when you don't understand yourself? So understanding is the best part. That's what our lessons teach us. Understanding is the best part. With all thy getting, get understanding. Because you need to be able to articulate and give that truth with understanding so that person can go with that truth, not just knowing. A lot of us know, and then we'll go teach. And then once we're questioned, we get frustrated because we don't know how to break down the truth that we told. Some people can't even break down the truth that they tell. And get frustrated. It's information. We shouldn't come to blows because of information. I see people debate all the time on different sectors. Some keep it together, some don't. You call a person a dummy because they don't resonate with what you're saying. That only makes you a disrespectful dummy. You just up the ante of being disrespectful. It should always, especially if you started the conversation by saying peace, brother, that means that I have no intention of breaking that peace. If I greet you with peace, that means I'm not going to break the peace, whether by physically or verbally. That's what peace means. People don't understand what peace is. I come in peace. That means I'm not going to insult you. I'm not going to physically harm you. That's what peace is. The absence of anxiety and grief. If you cause that on somebody, you don't mean peace by that brother or that sister.
You going in with the words, brother, out there. You breaking it down tonight. You going there, god damn. That's something I have observed too and shit, man. I see that a lot too. People come in, peace and salutes, and all that.
Yeah,
and as soon as in a disagreement,
like I said, somebody say, with all due respect, they're about to disrespect you. Every time I've ever heard somebody say that, right after they said they disrespected the person that said it to them. Every single time.
And we got
but understand what the person say when they said with all due respect. That means the respect is due. But you withhold it right after you say it. Of all due respect. But then
man. And it's I know because I myself been there. So, I get it. I definitely see it. I think it's, that's another thing. That's why I'm saying this shit, like, I don't think people really getting what I'm saying and shit, man. But, like the information itself, it not only can come off confusing, like you was going in and breaking down, like if people can't break it down right or can't remain in humility and keep their peace.
Yes.
When someone is not resonating or getting it. Not only that though, but through it all though, the ones who can't hold that humility, can't keep their peace, and it always got to result into some other stuff and go up to a whole nother level, so of the foolishness. That shows us also that the information can create egos in people.
Yes, it does.
It can make people very egotistic, man, and then in some ways become narcissistic
and condescending.
To the point to where there is no more room for humility. There is no more space or ain't no more learning in that world. You see what I'm saying? In that world, I know it all. Everything is about what I'm bringing in shit. It's my way or the highway with motherfuckers and shit.
To the big brother on Big Dog Philly OG, thanks for coming through, good brother. But good brother Greedy, if I know everything, brother, if I know everything, who gonna teach me?
Right.
Who the hell gonna teach me when I know everything, brother? That's how some of us think. Me, I'm forever a student, brother. Forever a student. So I'm not going to be called teacher. I will be called student, if anything. I may pass on information, but I'm forever a student. Forever.
Because once it's basically in shit, it is what it is. And shit, when the way you've been breaking it down all night, though, with the simple understanding, first and foremost, like the basics, the elementary of really just looking at the words and shit. If you are the teacher and shit, and you the one doing the teaching, then, everyone who you talking to must be students.
Some of us have a look at me, jumping up and down, look at me mentality. Self-centered, look at me. I'm the teacher. I know everything. Just look at them on the debate circuit. You got people walking around calling themselves King Kong consciousness. I'm King Kong consciousness. WWF type shit with knowledge. And they get so disrespectful with information, brother. It's like, they're battling each other like a hip hop battle. And they do that with the information. That's why, I always say steel sharpens steel. You sharpen each other. In order for steel to sharpen steel, steel got to connect with steel. That one piece of steel cannot sharpen itself without coming connect with another piece of damn steel. And that's the only way it's going to work.
Oh, man.
But if we don't, we choose to come together, brother, you keep cutting and you keep cutting, I keep cutting, guess what happens? Both of us get dull. In order for us to sharpen each other, we got to come together.
Man. Dude. That shit is deep and shit, man. Like, I'm starting to look at this shit, man. I've been kind of seeing it like that. Like I say, I give, all honors and salute to everyone who got the time, the patience, and the will to really like keep going, taking that motherfucking deep, that deep dive down that rabbit hole, man, and try to get as much clarity as you can and shit, man. But in the meantime, I be seeing it be like cause more problems than being beneficial to people and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just keeping it all the way real. I see more arguing and more of people trying to explain their way of how they're perceiving or taking something, whether if it's linguistics or rewriting of some history or blackwashing, whitewashing. It's just all kinds of shit that just, you know what I'm saying? To me personally, I'd be like, man, this shit is just too much for me. It's too much for me to want to keep trying to go into and to work my way up to the level to where I'm going to be the one teaching somebody about some damn history and shit like that. Like, man, because it's just too much and shit, man. I be looking at it like, if we got this much energy and time to be diving down that motherfucking rabbit hole like that, then we should have that just as much energy and time to be coming up with some solutions of what's going on in our lives right now.
Brother, the solution is to become alike minds. A lot of our people, brother, some of us, have that David Ruffin, Bobby Brown syndrome, brother. They want to be the standout among us, brother. You know what I'm saying? That some of us have that mentality. Want to be the standout. Don't want to be with the group, the collective. Some of us have that mentality. Me, I'm about the collective. I'm about rank and file, bro. I come from a rank and file. And I know certain things that I can't do. If that brother has an expertise in certain things, I'm going to assist him in that. That's not me, but whatever I can do to help him or her, I'm there. And I have my expertise. I want assistance too, but it's rank and file, brother. Every part of your body is significant. Every part, all the way to your down pinky toe, brother. It's there for a reason. It belongs there. Let that damn thing fall off and see what happens. Fuck your whole walk off. You like, damn, the little ass toe significant as hell. My whole walk changed because I lost that little ass toe. The smallest toe on the damn foot gone, but it fuck your whole walk up.
Man, you cutting deep tonight. You going there tonight.
So every part of the body, whether it's your physical body or the body of people, is significant. Don't take none of it for granted. We all have our weak points and we have our strong points. We just got to close ranks. We need to learn how to close ranks. Until we learn how to close ranks, our condition will remain. Nobody's going to talk me into not seeing my people as a collective. You can't get me to see anything different from that. And it's going to take that, a collective.
And see, you know what, brother Nasir, that's how it is with me, because that's how I just resonate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have to read no motherfucking book. I ain't got to be taught this, but, I just have a genuinely love for my people that I don't want to harm my people. I would rather be in union and be feel that I will be able to go amongst anywhere, no matter what hood, what city, what state. I would rather be able to, feel that I could be able to be amongst my people in union and love and in some type of peace, than to feel like I can't be around them because they on some other shit, or I can't do this because these niggas might kill me, or I can't do this, or these niggas might rob me. I can't do this because these niggas don't want to do this. I would rather be in unity and shit. I don't want to be in no division at all because I know that shit causes problems. So
yes, it does.
Like, I don't need to be taught that. So I definitely feel you, and I understand and understand when you say the collective and shit, because the unity and the unifying amongst the people and shit, there's nothing more powerful than that and shit. When you say the power in the people, that power only exists when they are in unity and unified with one another.
Do you know our enemies work night and day to keep us from uniting, brother? They set up all types of things to keep us from uniting. We don't realize that. We realize it, but we just, some of us don't give a damn. Our enemy work day and night to keep us from uniting. And for some reason, we'll take what they say more than we'll take what our brother or sister who's standing and acting on our behalf. We'll take what they say first. if somebody right now, somebody could put a bad ad out about you, or me, or anybody in the listening audience, a lot of us will believe it. When it's our enemy who said that shit. Multi-ethnic destruction in America. Media. They said that about one of us, and we'll buy it. We rather believe the worst of each other. We'll rather believe that. Why? Because we see ourselves through the eyes of our enemy. You can't say love, honor, respect, but time somebody say something about one of our brothers or our sisters, it must be the truth. It's on TV. Somebody sitting at a desk with a suit on. Chuck Scarborough or one of those people on CNN said it, so it must be true. Somebody at Fox said it, so it must be true. Somebody at MSNBC said it, so it must be true. We'd rather believe the worst about our people. And it's those who stood and acted on our behalf. Let me tell you something, brother. With all the knowledge that we have, the information that we have and we can get, the people, our foreparents did more with no social media on the grassroots level. We had this information technology, this social media for well over 20 years. And guess what? We have fallen back, brother.
See, this is what I'm saying and shit like you. This is the way I'm seeing it.
We're falling back with all the knowledge. Knowledge at our fingertips, but it'll take us seconds to get certain knowledge, and we're falling back, brother.
This is what I'm saying. That's why I said I see more confusion than it being beneficial and shit. I see more hurt from it than it being, joyous and shit, man. Like, I just on that, what you just said was just so heavy, man. Like, it seemed like that, like I said, like, man, it makes people think that, it's helping them move more towards being egotistical and thinking that they know every damn thing.
Brother, the masses have become the asses.
Smartphones have made smart people.
The phone is smarter than them. You got dumb niggas with smartphones. Because first, the only thing that's smart in that equation is the phone. It suggests if you don't even have to type the whole word in, it suggests to you, and you just click on that shit. It finishes the sentence for you.
Like you just broke it down and shit, brother. And I said that.
And everything, brother. Back when I was growing up, I remember the whole family's number, brother, by heart. Now I just go to wife now and just click on that shit and call it.
Hey, look, brother, now if you ever tell you some shit, I remember that too. And shit, my motherfucking woman, she was on my ass for like damn it 2 years straight. Shit, kept thinking that I was on some crazy shit, man, because I didn't want to store her name in my phone and shit. And I kept telling her shit, it was a reason and shit, because I needed to know your number just in case some shit happened. And I get locked the fuck up and shit, man. I need to remember your number shit so I can call your motherfucking ass. If they take my motherfucking phone or anything happens to the phone, I'm not gonna have your number.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to memorize your number and shit. And I still, and her and my mom, my baby mom, my woman, and my mom are the three people in the world and shit, bro, who I actually memorize their numbers to this day, bro. Real talk. Shit is crazy and shit. But yeah, bro, I remember them days and shit, man. back in them days and shit, brother Nasir, when you wanted to really go, kick it with people, you know what I'm saying, and spend some time with somebody and shit, man. It was more face to face action. It was more, we would walk blocks or catch a ride our bikes and shit like that, and meet up over to people's houses or go over shorty house or something like that. We on the porch, backyard or something, kicking it for hours and shit like that, getting to know each other face to face on some real time type shit. Nowadays and shit, motherfuckers is learning each other over a phone, FaceTiming and text messaging and all this crazy shit. Like it's changing people. This shit is really doing something to people. It really is.
It's doing a whole lot to people, brother, and it's making people intellectually lazy. Also, making us lazy intellectually, and a lot of us, we have a cut and paste mentality. We don't want to actually go in and study. We don't want to take the time to do that. It's the same as the foods. Microwave food, microwave knowledge. Fast, brother.
You got hot pocket knowledge.
Hot pocket knowledge.
We got hot pocket knowledge.
Popcorn ass knowledge, brother.
You got $3, 3-minute knowledge and shit. God damn, brother.
Microwave food, microwave knowledge, brother.
Oh shit. Damn. They've got hot pocket knowledge these days, professing to be teachers, man. That's
you have to study, brother. We have to study to deliver this people, brother. We have to study. And if we don't study, it's going to show, brother. It's going to show. Because a lot of I used to go up and speak, brother. I used to take notes. I study all week, take notes to the rostrum. But once I get started, I don't say nothing wrote down, brother. And I speak for 2 hours without writing anything down, brother. That's how much I used to study. So I used to study so much that it be embedded in me. I don't even have to. I would study all week, take my notes, have it, bring it up to the rostrum. Once I get going, brother, once I get past the opening prayer, it's on and popping. I get a subject matter, brother. All I gotta do is look at my people and see the condition they're in. And that's it. Just go from there,
right?
And then offer solutions.
Shit.
I know my people because I'm around my people. So it's easy to, to identify what's wrong with us. And if you can identify it, you offer a remedy for us. But we have to learn how to not be so critical of those who stood and acted on our behalf, brother. We're too critical on them. We're not like that with those who come and outright lie to us and those who have outright lied to us. Some of us will give a credit to others. I'll say, oh, that person's a plant, that person's a sellout, that person's boule, that person's, government planted
agents and shit.
All that other stuff. I'm like, damn, yo, we ain't shit. That's all we can produce, brother. We ain't shit. You know what's crazy about that? Everybody is suspicious of people while displaying agent-like behavior them damn selves, brother. Whenever you come and disrupt the bill, brother, that to me that's agent-like. Who the fuck sent you? When you come and disrupt the bill, when you come and you cause trouble amongst people striving to be righteous, who sent you?
Man, dude. Hey, we got so long of a way to go mentally as a people. You know, it's all a mental thing and shit, man. People have to grow up mentally. You know, a lot of us is aging, but we're not aging mentally. Stuff, you know, we're not like you know, one of the verses and shit. Whatever is that in Ecclesiastes in the Bible? I used to love that verse.
But the brother said it though. The brother said it with his name. The brother said it with his name. Woke is the new sleep.
Yes, sir.
He said it with his name. It's like, you know, we said it weeks ago. 30 is a new 20. 40 is a new 30. 50 is a new 40. 60 is a new 50. There's only a person who refuses to grow up and catch up with his damn age, with maturity.
Right.
They don't want to grow up. They Toys R Us kids.
You say when I was young or when I was a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I had to put away the childish things.
Exactly. You don't want to put away childish things.
Right.
You remember Toys R Us, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to grow up.
I can still playing with toys, Bro.Nasir. Still in the feeling of playing with toys, man.
He said, I don't want to grow up. And even if I did, it will be a Toys R Us kid. My memory's kind of keen, brother.
Even if I did.
I'll still be a Toys R Us kid.
Damn. Oh, shit.
So there's somebody who will grow up in size, but they will have a mentality of a child, brother. That's all that is. If for you to say, if I did, I'd still be a Toys R Us kid. Oh yeah, you still don't want to grow up. You said even if I did, you still didn't grow up though.
I ain't trying to, you know, be funny or nothing and shit, but that's basically and shit what people say in their lives, Bro.Nasir, when they remain stagnant in their beliefs.
Yes.
When they remain stagnant and shit, you know, when they the same ones we talk about and shit, you know, the egotistical teachers, self-taught, self-proclaimed know-it-alls and shit. You know what I'm saying? They that's basically what they're saying. Shit, even when they grow up and shit, they gonna still be a fucking child and shit, man, because they'll never be able to learn anything. There ain't no more room for growth. They finish growing and they still a child.
Exactly. Took like 6'4", 280. Got a G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
He still got a Sergeant Slaughter in his head.
Peace to the brother Key Norfolk. Peace to the brother Brown's Flat Power God. Salute to both brothers. So thank you for coming through. Appreciate that.
Oh, shit.
That's our mentality, brother, and we're gonna have to be men, not due to our age, due to our ability to shoulder responsibility. That's what makes us a man, shouldering that responsibility. So and we have to stop being so critical of those who stand and act on our behalf. We got to stop that. We have to stop it. We're so quick to believe what is put out. What we read is apparent. It doesn't make it truth. What you're reading is just apparent. So we need to stop saying, okay, such and such said this, or I read this, or I read that. We need to stop that and get, stop being a imperfect people expecting perfection. We got to stop that. We hear something about each other, and all the good that the brother or sister did is just voided by that one damn thing. We got to stop that. And we're so easy to reinforce that, exploit that, and say that shit loud. But we're in a system with everybody are fucking criminals, man. Everybody are criminals. And not only that, brother, if we think that we are going to change our dynamic by being nice people in the midst of people who are crooks and don't fucking play fair, you don't play fair, you play how they play. If you're trying to win a fight, if I'm boxing you and you hit me below the belt, guess what? I'm gonna hit you harder below the damn belt. Let you know don't be below the damn belt. Our people are too nice. We want to be fair, all pompous and down, arrogant and pious and righteous. We do that towards each other, but when it comes to us raising our people out of the condition that we're in, we fight how they fight. They fight, they don't fight fair, we don't fight fair. That's how it goes. We have a problem with, seeing each other successful. We have a problem with that. Because most of us think that we are where we belong. With all the knowledge, information, the talent, physicality, we're not where we belong. Peace to the show.
That's real. That's something I've been trying to figure out. Man, pardon my music. I'm out on the porch, man. That's something I've been trying to figure out, bro. Like exactly what you're saying and shit, man. With all the information, like you pointed out, we have at our fingertips, because your phone is basically a fucking a mini computer.
Yes, sir.
It's a mini laptop. You got your Google, you got the search engine, you can do many things that you can do on it. Not everything, but a lot of, when it comes to like researching or whatever you want to search and look up on a laptop or computer, you can do that same thing on the phone. But we don't, the ancestors didn't have this shit. They didn't have what we have and, able to search stuff out that's so far across the world and get news that fast and, and stuff like that. Like they didn't have it and shit, man. We have it. We have it at our disposal, man. And,
yes, sir.
And you mean to tell me it's making us, instead of it increasing our enlightenment or, knowledge or whatever, it's actually making us more stupid. It's
making us, like I said, intellectually lazy. And a lot of us are like harborers of information. That mind, that type of mentality a lot of us have. We want to harbor the information. No, once you get the information, give it out. Give the information out. Learn how to. We should learn how to get the information out. Meaning that a person can walk away from you understanding what you're talking about. Because if you know, it's all about how you give it. Because if each one's supposed to teach one, the person that you teach it is supposed to be able to teach it also. So make sure that person walks away from you understanding. Because if not, you got a whole bunch of babbling fools. That's all we'll have. If just imagine everybody's talking, but nobody in the whole damn conversation understands. It's a bunch of babbling fools. You tell me in the whole cipher, the whole circumference of the conversation, nobody understands? That means everybody needs to shut up and go back to their rudder, study, and come back and rediscuss and get some understanding. And that's the reason why we remain, where we are. Because a lot of us, again, I hear brothers who are brilliant, sisters who are brilliant. And I'm gonna tell you, I've seen sisters build that really resonated with me. They got on, on some of these on these platforms, brother, and just build, and they kept it respectful. They had a camaraderie. Some of these brothers are a little too emotional for me, brother. A little too emotional for me, brother. I can't do that. I grew, when I was around men, we behaved like men. And I think social media is the reason for some of it, because, it's the same as the weapons on the cop's belt. Make them chest out, because they're where they're at, and the one they're talking to are where they're at. 9 times out of 10, you won't talk to each other. They was in each other's face like that. So have that same respect you have for that brother or sister if you was right in front of them. Peace to Dre Cobbs. Salute to you, brother. We should respect each other because we are brothers, not for the fear that we may have to fight and get physical with each other. No, when you look at your brother, know that's a reflection of you. It's my favorite saying. I'm a reflection of you, brother. I'm not going to misrepresent you. That's my favorite saying when I see your brother. They might say, "Damn, brother, looking well, man. You lost weight. You look good, man." I'm a reflection of you, brother. I'm not going to misrepresent. Not mean muggy, brother. You see. Again, if information is useless, brother, we shouldn't even discuss it. If we can't apply it to our everyday lives and make us better as a people, as a collective, as a people, we shouldn't even discuss it. It's not even worth discussing if we can't use it. It's like having a Betamax, brother. They don't even make that shit no more. You got a Betamax on your TV. It hooked to your TV. You may play your old videos, but you're not getting nothing new. You're not getting nothing new. If you can't use it, throw it out.
Dude, that's fucking crazy and shit, man. At this point in this shit, man, it seemed like for real, the information that we need to be on as a people, just saying, speaking, if I was to give my opinion for the people, I think we should be on motherfucker trying to get on the information of sustaining each other's lives and shit, man. Like working with one another, becoming a village, becoming a community of people again and shit, man, where everybody knows and shit, that's such and such child and shit. Watch out for him and shit. That's my child. Watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody,
On levels, brother.
dependent on one another and shit in the community and shit, man. Where people, we can go over such and such house and shit, and she good for, being real good with natural remedies and stuff like that. We got such and such them over there that can get the dental work done. We got such and such them over there known if you want to get you a nice little layout for the house and all, stuff like that. Like, get back to that types of stuff. And I think we need to be hard pressed on that to really like free ourselves from the systematical way of life and shit. I think the information kind of puts you down the lane where you have to try to fight the system, when I don't think we really need to fight the system. I think we can like fucking remove ourselves from the system if we had our minds right. And the system will automatically collapse itself and shit, man.
Exactly.
But that's just the way I see it and shit, man. I think the information,
I agree.
a lot of that history shit makes you want to make, kind of like it puts it paints a narrative of an enemy that you need to be fighting and shit. This enemy that you somehow can't get in contact with, you can't see him, or or it's so many ways that they are protected or whatever the case may be. This so-called alleged enemy.
It's a system.
But, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's like like the information, and to me, it seems like the information is being put out, or it's attached to the system. It's somehow connected to the system and shit, which why everybody is still fucking confused and in a sleep state and shit when it comes to them really like thinking for themselves and shit, because they got to go back and rely on some type of information that they done had, some shit that they done stored in their brain and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like going off instinct, like I say, I feel like if you can't just step outside your home, if you can't ride through your community, take a ride down the block and shit like that, and just walk through the grocery stores and look at all the churches and look at all the, all of the foreigners and shit like that running all the businesses around you. If you can't just observe simple things like that and come up with solutions and shit, then that information and all that shit is useless.
Exactly. It's useless, brother. And I always refer to, I ask brothers, have they ever seen The Wizard of Oz? And I give them the analogy on The Wizard of Oz. These people went searching for stuff that they already had, and the person behind that curtain was controlling everything, didn't have control of nothing except for their permission. They let them go. Tin Man is, the cowardly lion and the damn scarecrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The dude already had a brain. Dude already had, it's just so unnaturally to call a lion a coward, the cowardly lion. It's just how the enemy is, the system is. They will control you. They got that, the so-called people behind the curtain exercising power. They only can exercise the power that you allow them to exercise over you. But if you understand that you will get away from the system, it's only because we participate in the system that the system is in power over us. If, just like you said a moment ago, if you stop participating in the system, it will collapse on its own. on its own. Just leave it alone and don't participate in it. But some of us, brother, don't want responsibility.
That's what it is, brother Nasir. That responsibility of
being free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because to be free, you have to know how to sustain your own self. You have to know how to keep yourself up. You have to be able to plan for the future. You have to be able to do all of these things on your own. And a lot of our people, like you said, they you know, they dropping the ball, man. You know, they too comfortable and shit, man. You know, it kind of gives me the notion and shit of why they call us the minority and shit, the minority and shit, because we actually are like, you know, I'm just speaking on us as a people. We actually are like minors,
yes,
who are sitting back waiting or begging for permission to go out and play, to go out and, you know, and let your wings fly, and you know what I'm saying, and be all that you can be. You need permission.
Behaving like a minor. Daddy, I need $5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, I don't gotta go ask your mother. That type of thing. Or can I go outside? Minor.
The notion of you don't know, like when they said you don't know where your next meal gonna come from. You would know if you was out here putting in the work.
You would know exactly where it's come from and what you're gonna have.
You definitely would know.
And what you're gonna have.
And what you
you have a choice when you make it happen.
It really is simple, bro. It really is. That's why I'm with you on that, bro. Like I don't, like I'm telling you, I say it again. I don't knock the researchers, you know, and those who spend their time and dedicated to do that, because it is something that needs to be done. It is something that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? But anything that we get a hold of and we remain stagnant in it and shit, that's when it becomes a problem.
Exactly. Are some of our people, though, are they researching? Are they researching? That's what I ask. Because some people are not researching. They're just searching and clicking on the first thing that they see. If it resonates with them, or if it's against somebody they don't like. Research. That means read is to bind back to do again and again and again. Research. A lot of people don't research. They just search. They see something that they like. It may resonate with them. If it's against somebody they're trying to debate, they'll click on it. Even if it's a damn lie, they'll go out and teach it as the damn truth. That well-dressed lie shows its ugly damn face again.
It really is up in the air. That's just the reality of it. You know, when it comes to his story, it's up in the air on the deciphering of, or you trying to really figure out the difference between what's truth and what's really the well-dressed lie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As far as, like, you know, some of us know who our people is generations ago. Some of us know. And we can't undermine what a brother and sister come and tell us about who their family is and what their family members told them. To even attempt to do that is stupidity to me. Yet, some of us need to, I'll be asking sometimes, is it snapback or is it straight? Because it's damn sure a cap. Just let me know. Because you can tell, brother. Which one is a snapback or fitted? It's a cap,
though. Shit, nigga.
Like that.
Man.
Some of us do know, but some of us, brother, no, we need to just, I understand you want to find your identity, but go and search for it. Search for it. Do the work. Put the work in. Your work. Don't give it to them 23 and me and all the other foolishness. Don't give it to them. Go ask some of your people. The people can tell you who you are. Believe them. Nobody else. We need to start believing, and having faith in each other and stop undermining each other. We got to stop that. As wicked as some of us will see how people in the past, some of these so-called leaders in the United States, they foreparents know they were wicked, but they still revere them. They still revere them. They still proudly sing the Star Spangled Banner, knowing that Francis Scott Key was an outright damn racist. They still proudly sing that. They still sing these America the Beautiful. When America is the beautiful, they're brutal as hell. Full of brutal. A beautiful. Very brutal. Man. They revere their people, regardless of how wicked they were and how wicked they are. A lot of our people did the best with the knowledge that they had. And we should not be as critical as we are on them. We shouldn't. What we should do is continue to run the race to the finish line and free our people. That's what we should do. That's what building is, and on. Some of them made mistakes. They did the best with the knowledge that they had. You got all the knowledge to your fingertips. You can't do as much as they did. Why is that? Why can't we do as much as they did with no type of, they had to call each other on the phone, they had to meet at churches and mosques and centers and stuff. They did it like that. Brother Greeley right now is 300 miles away from me. We 200 plus miles away. But we're able to talk. Right. And if you got Zoom and you got a good deal with Zoom, you can get so many people on a Zoom meeting. Don't even gotta air it. You can just do it privately. And meet and make plans, organize, strategize, and deputize, and make plans and carry them out. We can do that. They did that. It was harder for them to do it than it is for us to do it. Because one of us set up a stream, all we got to do is show up, send the link, show up. They had to actually link up to carry out what they did. Right. We're too critical of them. We have our obvious, undeniable sellouts. We do. We have to this day. But everybody's not a damn sellout. Not everybody. You're not gonna make me believe that everybody's a damn sellout.
Man, you basically and shit wrapped that one up months ago and shit, brother Nasir, when you came with that whole motherfucking thought process of that. You know, if everybody's a sellout and shit, then you know, what are you saying? And shit, basically you're saying and shit that we don't have no great people.
Exactly. Greatness don't come from us. Greatness don't come from
great people. Shit. Everybody that we once read of or heard about that acted or did anything on the behalf of our people and shit was a sellout or somehow some type of fucking agent influence. That means we don't have any great people and nobody stood up for us at all.
Exactly. That means, and it also means that we are unworthy. Because if we could use the narrative that the federal government planted them to cause confusion, so you're telling me nobody really loved us enough to stand and act on our behalf? They was just fronting. The government planted them there. I don't listen to that type of talk. I don't argue. I'll just go to my own platform and debunk that bullshit. I don't have to argue with nobody. Yet that's a bunch of nonsense. You're going to tell me that only thing we can produce is what they say. And then we use the information that our enemy planted on the internet. You got caught in the damn net on the World Wide Web. You got caught in that damn net and you believe every damn thing that they put on here. They know we're looking for information. They go put the information they want us to see. And some of us so stupid that we'll click on the first thing we see at the top instead of scrolling. You're not researching. They say if you want to hide the truth from one of us, put it in a book. If you want to hide the truth from one of us, put it on the World Wide Web, because niggas gonna click on the first damn thing they see. And if it's against somebody they don't like, they're gonna go out and say it loud. I'm dumb and I'm proud.
I'd be at a loss of words for that shit. They're like, damn. Like, damn. Like, man. So everybody and shit, man. Wasn't none of them. Nobody. All the ones we done heard about.
I don't care who you mention. One of us got something bad to say about them. I don't care who you mention, bro. One of us got something bad to say about that person. With no proof. None. See, when we used to go to the parliaments and the show and prove, you get rolled out, brother, if they call you now cipher. Get out the cipher if you come with the nonsense. You get rolled out. But now people can get in the cipher, bro, and come now cipher all day. And remain. Building is added on again. But if you come in and you start talking about a certain elder or somebody who stood and acted on our behalf, and any of us got to say something about, oh, that person's a plant, that person's a sellout or agent, and you start giving the information that people put there to discredit them, I'm looking at you like a damn fool. Because for one, you wasn't there. You wasn't there. How are you going to say what this person is and what this person has done? You wasn't there. And a man who don't treat you right is not going to teach you right. So you expected your enemy to get that'll free you mentally. That is, that gonna give you nothing to free your ass mentally. It's like what we said about the cattle. They have these things that would shock the cattle if they go a certain feet. After a while, they could take the damn noose and the damn leash off, and they can disconnect the electrode that to shock the cattle. Not gonna go further than they're used to going. And that's all. Why? We're afraid that we're gonna get shot if we go far from our enemy. We'll be up under them, even if we get our own thing. We want to include them. Gotta stop being so inclusive. You know, we gotta stop thinking that we can't do nothing on our damn own. Because most things we do on our own, but there's somebody come real crafty and make us an offer, and that's when that David Ruffin syndrome come in. You're not thinking about the collective no more. You're not thinking about all of us. You're thinking about your damn self.
David Ruffin syndrome.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to be. Diana Ross and the Supremes.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Note.
Exactly. That's what you want to be. It's about the collective. And most of the time, when you see a Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, a Diana Ross and the Supremes, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, that person was singled out by the system. Was singled out by the system. You bigger than the group. They'll call you in, you bigger than the group. And then you look in the mirror and say, yeah, I am bigger than the group. And you get from among your people. And then those who convince you of that, see, a lot of people will try to get you away from your support system. That's what they'll do. Try to get you away from anybody who will support you and keep you out of trouble. When you stay with your people, you got those who, some people, you got those who, you know, who ain't gonna take your shit and tell you how it is. The ones who really love you, like, look, man, you bullshit. Tell you how it is. Instead of having a bunch of yes men around you, shaking their head, being a bobblehead. Only somebody who loves you when they see you going down the wrong road gonna tell you, nah, bro, come back this way. They let you go, they don't. Yeah, but good brother, information we can't use. We need to stop discussing it.
Right.
Just like, you know, all the lies that's been told to us, when we thought we discovered all the lies, discover another one. Yeah, we got all the lies now, then we discover another lie, brother. So therefore, we have to, recognize what the real is and just keep it real. A lot of us keep it real, brother. REEL, brother, real. For the camera, get in front of the camera, we keep it real, brother. Want to be famous.
There's a lot of monkey see, monkey do too.
Yes, sir.
A whole bunch of regurgitating and parroting. Still on the same shit. The motherfuckers keep talking about the same shit, regurgitating what somebody else has said or what somebody else once taught, and it was all lies and deception.
Yep.
And useless as hell.
Well, sit on the branch, brother. Sit down on the branch. Straight up parrot, bro. We have to get out of that. So we don't even take the time when somebody comes. See, like somebody said something. The first person I will call is you if it pertains to you.
Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must-read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.
But why would we go and repeat something somebody said instead of calling the brother or calling the sister? Somebody said this, somebody said that. And discussing with the brother or sister, you don't go in and a lot of us, brother, we want the damn scoop, brother. We want the exclusive. We want to be the first person to say it. And it be an outright damn lie. We'll run to our platforms and say this, and we'll say something that's totally disrespectful, totally untrue about one of our own. But we want to be the first one to say the lie. Slander is not a lie when you slander it. Slandering, issue of character, is all about motive. It's all about motive, even if it's the truth. I'm a rumor killer, brother. I'm a rumor killer. If you want your rumor to die, tell me. That shit gonna die right there. It's not gonna spread if you give it to me. But I don't spread rumors. And then when you come to me about somebody and say, such and such, this, such that, don't tell nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody but the person you told me about that. I ain't gonna tell nobody but Greedy. Right. That's all I would tell. If you're talking about him, I'm not gonna tell nobody but him. The only way you can lie is you talk. If you don't say nothing, can't nobody say you said anything, can't nobody say you lied because you didn't say a word. We, as people, need to clean up our acts. I say us, clean up our acts, brother.
Yeah, a whole lot of growing up mentally, indeed. So
we need to clean up our act because